you know, there are things that maybe when I look back, I could have just, oh, maybe I could have done that sooner. Hey guys, it's Danica and welcome back to my channel. To those who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Danica. I'm a registered nurse in the Philippines and also here in the UK. If you're new here in this channel, then I encourage you to click on the subscribe button below and also the bell button beside it so that you will be notified every time that we have an update. Okay, so how are you guys? I hope you are all fine. So for today's video, I was actually thinking of like a topic that would be beneficial for, you know, aspiring nurses out there or those who just came here in the UK to work as well as a nurse. So I was thinking, okay, maybe it's nice to talk about the things that I wish I have done earlier. Yeah, earlier or sooner when I came here, because you know, I'm already going like 4 years here in the UK living and working as a nurse. So you know, there are things that maybe when I look back, I could have just, oh, maybe I could have done that sooner, and like things like that. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. It's not like super major. This might be minor things that probably you can also like think about when you come here. So yes, if you guys are interested in this video, then please keep on watching. Alright, so top on my list, of course, this is very common. I wish I could have saved more. Alright, so I know like saving, it's a major thing, right? It's like when you go somewhere, you work, obviously you need to save. But this is because, so eventually I really didn't know like if I have money, what would I spend it to? Like, why am I saving money? I feel like I didn't really have like a goal or like a dream, like okay, do I want a house or do I want a car and things like that, because we got those things in the Philippines. Not bragging, but like, do I really, you know, because house here is really expensive, so you know, do I really want to stay here? I have like doubts as well when you know, when I was thinking about like my future and all that. So really I didn't have right any goal. So like, okay, I just, you know, travel, I just, you know, buy what I want and like enjoy my money a little bit, because it's also my first time like really earning my money and like managing my money and like budgeting and all those stuff. So yeah, I wish I could have saved more. I don't mean to say that I'm not saving, but I wish I could have saved more towards something. So yeah, I wish I had like a goal, what I really wanted to do if I save money. But I do know that it's really difficult to plan something like, okay, in this year I'm gonna get this and that, because there are certain things in life that you just don't know what's gonna happen, right? But yeah, just try to save more and have a goal where you're gonna be spending the savings that you actually have. And for my number 2, so I wish I knew okay, I have like a copy. Okay, I wish I knew what I wanted to do in my career, like what I really want to do. So I've said before, if you've been in this, you know, channel for like some time now, that I wanna, you know, be an agency sometime in the future, like a full-time agency when I got my like citizenship and all that. So sure, but like I was trying to find as well, because before coming here in the UK, I am not really, okay, I did hemodialysis, but then I never really had the chance to practice it. And when I came here in the UK, I am just appreciating now what specialties you could actually go into. And that's what I was finding in my career, like what I actually want to, you know, specialize. I want to specialize in emergency care or like in ITU or like whichever area. So I didn't really have that. So I wish I knew more what I really wanted in my career, aside from, you know, being an agency nurse, like what specialty I really wanted to go into. So yeah, I mean, for some nurses out there, surely when you go here, maybe you've been like in UAE or whichever other countries, right, and you have your own specialty, so that's good. But for me, I just didn't have that. So yeah. So number 3 on my list is that I wish I have registered to an NHS dentist. So this is probably the first thing you'd like to do aside from registering to a GP when you first come here. I was just, I don't know, because there is a long waiting list to be registered in an NHS dentist. And outside the NHS, if you go private for a dentist here in the UK, it could be really expensive. So I'm like going 4 years now, so if I just waited, even though it's gonna be like a long waiting list, right, at some point maybe I'll be able to, you know, be registered to an NHS dentist. But also I've heard like some people have been waiting for like years and years, so it's really difficult. But if you had the chance to, even though it's a waiting list until say like 3 or whatever years it will be, I think it's still nice to actually be registered to an NHS dentist. Okay, and next on my list is actually, I wish I have started my driving journey sooner. I wish I could, you know, I have actually started to learn how to drive earlier. Okay, so let me explain that bit. I have a vlog actually talking about why I don't have a car in the UK. That's because of, you know, at that point I didn't really needed a car, to be fair. I just walk going to my workplace, and you know, I'm pretty happy with like taking the train and like taking a bus if I go somewhere. But because I have plans for the future, like doing agency, it will be really efficient if you got a car, and like if you travel as well, like there are certain areas in the UK that's just more practical to actually, you know, drive, even though, you know, it's gonna be more expensive because there's lots of things you need to pay when you have a car and things like that. You know, if you have plans on really staying here in the UK, and if you see yourself doing agency work, or you know, if you've just also been driving, you're a driver from like the Philippines or whichever, it's really nice to actually learn how to drive in the UK shortly. So yeah, I'm like realizing the importance of it now, and also because driving lessons has been more expensive than it is like years ago. So yeah, I wish I've started sooner actually. Yes, but again, this would be optional, you know, not everyone wants to drive, but this is just a thing that I was thinking, okay, maybe it was actually a good idea to, even though I'm not gonna drive at that point, I wish I could have started it sooner. So yeah. And on my fifth one, which is the last one as well, is actually utilizing my 𝑖SA, or my individual savings account. So when you come here in the UK, you're also entitled to this. You don't need to be a citizen to have one. So 𝑖SA just means like these are like, it could be like a different kind of 𝑖SA actually. It could be a lifetime 𝑖SA, or 𝑖SA for your stocks or investing and things like that. So whatever you gain on your 𝑖SA account, a maximum of like £20,000 per tax year, which is April to April, you wouldn't be taxed. The government wouldn't tax you for whatever earnings you'd have. Okay, so for example, you're saving for your first house or your first home here in the UK, and you tried to use like money bags. There's certain like, or different like what do you call this, companies that also offer this if you're saving for your first time home. If you invest how much it is, actually £20,000 or less in one tax year, because that's the maximum you can put into your 𝑖SA account, the government will top up 25% of whatever you put in that savings account. For example, 1,000, so 25% of that the government will give you. But of course there are certain rules as well, because you can't really withdraw, and you can only use that, you know, money towards buying your first house, so things like that. So but it's just not inclusive to like saving for your first home. It could be lifetime 𝑖SA when you retire, and like it could serve as your pension, like a lump sum. So there are loads of things to it. So you can read more about 𝑖SA, individual savings account, when you come here in the UK, so you can utilize it. Okay, so I think that's it actually. Those are the 5 things that, you know, I wish I could have done like earlier or sooner, you know, when I got here in the UK. If you have things actually, for those who are nurses out there who's been here in the UK long, please comment down below as well what you think we could have done sooner, you know. So yes, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something, and I'll see you again in my next one. Bye.